Good morning and welcome to Bay Tree Cottage on this lovely, sunny, gorgeous Wednesday morning. I do hope you're all having a fabulous half term. We have got a perfect recipe for you to make this today with your kids and to enjoy maybe a little bit of al fresco dining in this wonderful sunshine. So I'm going to show you how to make a simple pizza dough. And also the tomato sauce, which you're going to go on top of the pizza. And then it's a free-for-all, whatever you fancy putting on for your toppings. You know, open your fridge, see what you've got, and it's really up to you. It's your pizza, you know, put on what things that you enjoy. So the pizza dough is absolutely super simple. So we have got 500 grams of strong white flour in the bowl there. I'm going to add in 10 grams of salt, and 7 grams of fast active yeast. Remember, it's 7 grams to every 500 grams. So there we go, just 7 grams of yeast. So hopefully you should be able to find these ingredients now in the shop. I think they're all pretty available now. Now the thing that makes it really different from the other doughs that we've shown you before, and the other doughs that we make, is this one is made with olive oil. So we're not putting a butter in this dough, we're putting olive oil, which really makes it really elasticy and stretchy, which is perfect for pizzas. So we're going to just put 50 grams or 50 ml of olive oil into our dough, into our flour rather. We've not quite a dough yet. Okay, so there's 50 grams there. And we're going to give that a good stir up, so that olive oil is mixed all the way through. Now, in the recipe it does give you the measurement for the water, but I really want you to try and learn how to do this by eye, so you're not measuring the water, because every flour varies. It has a different absorbency rate. It you know, just changes. And you really should get used to doing this by eye. So into this, you're going to add some hand hot water. So not too hot, because if it's too hot it will kill the yeast. So you're just going to put a little bit of water in there like that and stir it in. So don't add your water all too quickly, because you don't want to end up with a sloppy mixture. Okay, you want to stir it all in, add a bit more. There we go. And it's just all going to come together in the bowl. Keep stirring it. And just one more last bit. Until it all comes away. And this is when you're going to get your hands in. So do make sure that you've washed your hands before you start your cooking. You just need a tiny extra splash in there, just to bring this one together. Now this pizza dough is fabulous because you can make it beforehand and it will stay in the fridge. You know, I sometimes leave this in the fridge for a couple of days and it's still absolutely great. And you can also freeze it. So if you're freezing, if you want to make a batch up and then put it into sort of individual pizza sort of servings, it means that you've got your pizza dough ready in your freezer whenever you want to make a pizza. Okay, so that is slightly sticky. Well, not sticky, but you know, all come together. And we're just going to put a little bit of flour, tiny bit of flour on our work surface, like this. And we're just going to take this out. Okay, and this is when you're going to start kneading your dough. So that is just perfect. So, to knead your dough, you want a little bit of flour on your work surface. I always use the 2 hands, so I fold it with my right hand and I turn it with my left. So it's a very simple motion. Fold with your right and you turn with your left. Fold right, turn left, fold right, turn left, and off you go. And you get quite a good workout from kneading your dough. And you really need to knead this dough for a good 5 to 10 minutes. So it's really soft and elasticy, and when you push your finger on it, it springs back. So you need a good spring in your dough. That's what you're really aiming for. Okay, that means that all the gluten is released in the flour, and the dough is going to rise and be really light and fluffy. Okay, lucky for you guys, we got a blue pita moment coming on. and I have got one that I prepared earlier for you. Actually, I made it last night, and I've already taken a chunk off to make one pizza base. So I'm going to leave that one, and I'm going to carry on kneading that after. So I'm going to put that in the bowl, and I'm just going to show you the one that I made earlier. So this one has already been knocked back, so it was kind of filling up half of this bowl earlier, but I've already taken off 1/3 of this dough because I've already made one pizza base, which I'm going to show you in a second. So with this, we're going to make another pizza base. So let me just grab an oven tray. So the quantity of dough that you have just made should make about 4 pizza bases, obviously depending on how big you're making them. So what you need to do is just once again lightly flour your work surface and take off a chunk of your dough. So let's just take off sort of that much of your dough, and this one can be left in the fridge for later. So we're going to lightly roll this bit of dough out to make a pizza base. And it's great because you can make this, and you can make them so, you know, if you're making for a crowd of friends or a group of kids, you know, everyone can have their pizza base, and then you can have all the pizza toppings ready, and then everyone can just help themselves and, you know, create their own individual pizza, which is really fab, and it's great for a pizza kind of party. And actually, do you know what? It makes your catering quite easy as well, because it means that you're not actually having to do all the cooking. Just doing all the prep, getting the bases ready. Okay, so this is quite a nice thin base. So you'll find when you roll it out, it's quite springy and it will spring back at you. So you have to be quite firm with the dough. So you just put a little bit of flour on there, and then you're just going to lightly pull that up and just rest that on the tray. And that's going to rest for sort of 30 to 45 minutes. So it's going to rise and again. So you want to give that time to rise. Okay, I'm just going to put this one over here. I have got one that I'm going to show you in a second. But now we need to make our tomato sauce. Let me just put this bit of dough away. I wanted that to dry out. See what we're having for our lunch at Bay Tree Cottage today. So the tomato sauce. Now this is incredibly simple. So I'm going to use this blender to make mine. It's not one that you have to pre-cook or anything. It's just made so simple. So just need to get a measuring spoon. And we've been out and collect some really lovely fresh herbs as well. So we have got 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. Just going to go in there like that. Quick sound effects. We have got 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Nice generous helpings. And we've got 1 tablespoonful of the olive oil. Okay, I'm going to just give it a little bit of salt and pepper. A bit of pepper, a bit of salt. Then we need a few cloves of garlic and some fabulous fresh herbs. If you haven't got fresh herbs, obviously you can use dry herbs. I think the recipe says basil, oregano, and maybe parsley. But I've got some fresh herbs in the garden, so I've just been out and picked those. So I've got parsley, I've got some basil, which actually I had 1 plant which I bought from the supermarket. And you know, in the pot there's about 10 plants in that 1 plant. So I repotted it, and now I've got about 12 plants growing in my greenhouse. It's fabulous, really productive little pot of basil has kept me going for ages. So there we go, 2 cloves of garlic going in there. And now we're going to put some fresh herbs. So let's put some of the basil in. Gorgeous smell of basil going in. It just smells divine. I'm going to save some of the basil as well to put on top of the pizza. And then we've got some a little bit of thyme here. So just push that in as well. And some parsley. So really fresh, herby topping for our pizza. Right, I think that's probably enough. Okay, so let's put this top back on and we'll give this a blast in the processor here. So. And guys, that is it, okay? That is your tomato pizza topping, and you know, that will stay in the fridge, and that will keep, oh my goodness, I don't think I can open up then. And you can use that, you know, it will last for ages and keep you going for your pizza toppings. Okay, so let's create this pizza. So here is a pizza base which I rolled out about 40 minutes ago. So it's lightly fluffed up. And looking really lovely. And onto that we can put our pizza toppings. Now remember, it's your pizza, so you know, whatever you fancy you can put on it. I'm making this quite a nice simple pizza topping. So I've got some tomatoes, some mozzarella, some mushrooms and some pepperoni, or chorizo, sorry. So with the tomato paste, we're just going to put that on and just smooth that over with the back of the spoon. So if you didn't want to put a tomato base on your pizza, there's lots of other options as well. You could put a pesto. Just use a pesto base for your pizza, which is really tasty. You can also, this is a really nice one, mix ricotta with some parmesan and a bit of garlic, and that makes a really nice tomato base. And so not tomato base, a really nice base for the pizza. Okay, so that's your tomato on there. And then onto that, we're just going to add a few tomatoes. And some mushrooms and good old amazing mozzarella cheese, which is just perfect for pizzas. Let's put a few of these mushrooms on. And kept them nice and large, just because one of my boys doesn't like mushrooms, so he can pick his mushrooms off. He doesn't want that one. And then put some pepperoni, so chorizo on. And finish it off with some of this fabulous mozzarella cheese. And if you kind of tear it up as you put it on, it really does taste great. So if you didn't want to get the barbecue going this afternoon, you can have pizza instead. And what a treat for everyone. And we're just going to add some final bits of basil on the top. Some lovely fresh basil. Really brings out the flavours. And maybe just a final grating of some black pepper. Like that. And hey presto, we have a pizza ready to go in the oven and all ready for your lunch. So guys, if you get your flour and get making your pizza dough now, I'm sure it'll be ready for you to have pizzas for lunch. Do enjoy and have a great sunny day. We'll see you on Friday when we are making a fabulous fresh and zingy ginger and mint lemonade. So that would be fabulous if the weather is still lovely and sunny. Have fun, guys. Bye.